Hello everyone, welcome to day 232 of a Stitch a Day 365 Days Crochet Challenge. In today's video, we are looking at the part 3 of the Peacock Shell Stitch. In the previous two parts, we have completed till row number 9 and now we are moving on to row number 10. Okay, so you start off with chain 6, turn your work, make one double crochet into this chain 5 space and shell on top of the shell stitch. So this is the repeat, kind of like a repeat row of row number 3, where you add these chain ones in between these triple crochet stitches. So this is the first double triple crochet. The second row for double triple crochet we have done with one chains in between. So this is kind of like the repeat row of that one. So I'm just making a shell stitch on top of the third triple crochet. Now you're going to make one triple crochet on top of each of the triple crochet and add a chain one in between. So that's the first double triple crochet, chain one, again one double triple crochet. So you're going to do this on top of the whole shell stitch. Okay, now you're going to make one shell on top of the shell stitch right here. Okay, so once you're done with that, you're going to chain 3, one double crochet onto the chain 5 space, again 5 chains, one double crochet right here onto the middle chain 5 space, again chain 5, one double crochet onto this one, chain 3, shell on top of the shell right here, Okay, so again you have to repeat whatever you did for this shell on this one. So we have completed this shell stitch. So now chain one double triple crochet and a chain one onto the whole of the shell stitch. Okay, so that completes my 9 double triple crochet separated by a chain space. So again chain one, make a shell on top of the shell, okay, again make one double crochet onto the chain 5 space, chain 3 and make one double crochet on top of the third chain, which is right here. That completes row number 10. Now moving on to row number 11, where it is the repeat row of row number 4, where we add the shell stitches to the double triple crochets right here. Okay, so to start off that row, what you're going to do is you're going to chain 5, one double crochet into this chain 3 space right here. Okay, again chain 3, one double crochet on top of the shell, which will bring us to the double triple crochet space, where on one double triple crochet you will make a shell stitch, okay, and you will make one on the next double triple crochet you will make one double crochet, again shell stitch and a double crochet. So you're going to do this till you complete all 9 double triple crochet stitches. So end of it, you should have 5 shells. Now make 1 double crochet on top of this shell stitch. Again chain 3, into this chain 5 space you're going to make a shell stitch. And make a shell stitch onto this chain 5 space here. Sorry, make 1 double crochet into this space here. Okay, again chain 5, make 1 double crochet into this chain 5 space here. Okay, and now chain 3, make 1 double crochet on top of this, on top of the third stitch right here. Okay, now again you start off with the shell stitch and a double crochet onto these double triple crochet stitches. So 1 shell stitch on the first double triple crochet, then 1 double crochet onto the next one, again shell and then again double crochet. You have to do this till you complete all 9 double triple crochet stitches. Okay, now 1 double crochet on top of this shell, chain 3, 1 double crochet on this chain space right here, chain 2, and 1 triple crochet on top of the chain 4 from the previous row. Okay, so end of it, this is how your work should look. Okay, now starts the decreasing part of the peacock shell. So we are in row number 12, where we start with the chain 3. So start off with the chain 3, which counts as 1 triple crochet, make 2 triple crochet onto the same stitch, which counts as half a shell, chain 3, make 1 double crochet on top of the very first shell stitch. Okay, now make 1 shell on top of the double crochet, make 1 double crochet on top of the shell, again make 1 double crochet on top of make 1 shell on top of the double crochet, so end of it you will end up with 4 shell stitches. Okay, 1 double crochet onto the last shell here, now chain 3, make 1 shell stitch onto this chain 5 space right here, again chain 3, make 1 double crochet on top of this space right here. Okay, you're kind of connecting both the peacock shells together. Now again we are back at the peacock shell, where we do just 1 double crochet on top of the shell and a shell on top of the double crochet. Okay, So once you have reached the last shell, you just chain 3 and make a half shell on top of the last stitch. Okay, that completes our row number 13. So that completes our row 12, sorry, not 13, row number 12. And for row 13, we are going to start off with a chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and make a half shell, that is, make 3 triple crochet stitches onto the very first triple crochet here. And then chain 4, make 1 double crochet on top of, we are going to skip the very first double crochet right here and make 1 double crochet on top of the shell stitch, and then make 1 shell stitch on top of the double crochet here, and we'll end up with 3 shells. And then again make 1 double crochet on top of the shell and a shell on top of the double crochet. Okay, so you have 3 shells done, and now 3 shells and a double crochet is also done. Chain 4. Now this is where you split the shell into 2, like we did it here, right? So you're going to split this center shell right here into 2 by making 3 triple crochets onto the middle stitch here, that is on the third triple crochet. You're going to make 3 triple crochets, a chain 3, and 3 triple crochets all into the same space. Okay, now again chain 3, make 1 double crochet on top of the first shell. Okay, now make a shell, double crochet, shell, double crochet, shell, and a double crochet here. So we'll end up with 3 shells. Okay, so we have 3 shells now and 1 double crochet is also done. Now again you chain 4 and make a half shell onto the last stitch right here. Okay, that completes row number 13. Now moving on to, sorry. So once you have done with this part here, that is the last 3 double crochet stitches, you make 1 chain and a triple crochet onto the last one. Okay, and then 1 chain 1 and a triple crochet. Okay, so now you start off with the chain 4 and make 1 shell stitch on top of the third triple crochet right here. Again chain 3, make 1 double crochet on top of the very first shell stitch here. End of it you should have only 2 shell stitches. Then make 1 shell on top of the double crochet. Make 1 double crochet on top of the shell stitch. Make 1 double crochet. Okay, so now we're splitting this one into proper 2 shells. We kind of did a base right here. Now we are going to make 1 shell on this, a double crochet, and a 1 shell on this one, separated by a chain 3. So start off with the chain 3, make 1 shell on top of this second stitch right here. Make 1 double crochet, sorry, chain 3 and make 1 double crochet. Again chain 3 and make 1 shell here. Okay, now chain 3, moving on to this shell space here, where you will make one double crochet on top of the shell and one shell on top of the double crochet. Okay, once you're done with that, chain 3, make one shell on top of this 3 triple crochets that you started the row with. Chain 1 and make one triple crochet onto the last stitch. Okay, so that completes row number 14. Row number 15 will be the last row of the peacock stitch and the setup row for the next one. Okay, so for row number 15 you start off with 7 chains. Turn your work into this chain space here. You are going to make a double crochet, and then again chain 3. On top of the shell you're going to make a shell stitch, then again chain 4, then make one double crochet on top of this shell, make one shell on top of the double crochet, and that ends our peacock stitch. Okay, and now we are going to create the base for this the next peacock stitch, where we'll make chain 4, make a shell on top of this shell right here, then chain 3, make one double crochet here, chain 7, which is the half shell, which is the base of the peacock stitch. Again one double crochet on this chain space, chain 3 and shell on top of the shell. Now you just do the rest of the stitches like in reverse from what we did right now. Okay, so you just complete this row where you again chain 3, make double crochet, shell, double crochet, and then you make a shell stitch here, one double crochet on the chain space, chain 3, and end with one triple crochet. Okay, so now this is at row 15. You just have to repeat from row 2. So we have done this chain 7 space. We have to repeat from row 2 till row 15 until you reach the desired length. Okay, so that's about the peacock stitch. Let me just complete this. Chain 4, one double crochet, shell on top of this, double crochet, again one double crochet, chain 4, shell on the middle stitch here, chain 3, one double crochet, chain 3, and one triple crochet onto the last stitch or the fourth chain. Okay, so that ends the peacock shell stitch. So it's of 3 parts. Go back to part 1 for the row 2 and the repeat rows. So you again start from here and do all over till here, till you reach the length that you want. Do try out the stitch, and if you have any doubts, please leave it in the comment section below. And if you make something out of it, would love to see what you have made. Do tag me on my Instagram page. Thank you for watching, and I'll meet you tomorrow with yet another interesting crochet stitch.